Welcome to the PastGlimpse Photos channel.
Subscribe to the channel and like the video. Before you is the limitless expanse for which the Wild West was famous. This harsh, unsettled landscape was both an obstacle and a promise. Here, beneath this vast sky, destinies were forged, legends were born, and people lived who forever changed American history. Welcome to the world of the Wild West. The classic street duel is largely a Hollywood myth. Real gunfights in the Wild West were often quick, chaotic, and usually took place in saloons, rather than being a ritualized high-noon showdown. Period pistols loaded with black powder produced thick smoke, making aiming difficult and often hitting innocent bystanders. Nevertheless, this image has become an iconic symbol of the era. Covered wagons, often called prairie schooners, were vital for settlers moving west along the Oregon and California trails. They carried up to a ton of supplies, but were rarely used to carry people. Travelers preferred to walk to save the oxen and horses. Life on the trail demanded hard work, even during short rest stops. Dances were one of the few but vital social entertainments on the American frontier. These events were often held after harvests or the completion of long cattle drives. Since women were scarce, men sometimes danced with each other, tying a handkerchief around their arm to symbolize the female role in the pair.
The image of the cowboy, wearing a wide-brimmed hat, sporting a thick mustache, and carrying a revolver, became the archetype of the Wild West. But the real life of a cowboy was hard and unromantic. The typical cowboy wore a bandana to protect his face from dust on the trail, and was often a young man earning only $25 to $40 a month for grueling 15-hour shifts.
Cowboys used the lariat not for tricks, but as a vital tool for handling cattle, capturing stray calves, or subduing horses. Rodeos, as competitions for these skills, only emerged toward the end of the 19th century, becoming a way for cowboys to earn money and showcase their professional skills to the public beyond the ranch.
Longhorn and bison skulls served as grim landmarks in the Wild West. These symbols were called the heavy loss of livestock during long cattle drives and harsh winters, as well as the near extinction of the bison, which critically impacted Native American tribes and opened up vast territories for settlement.
Women in the Wild West were more than just homemakers. Many managed ranches, ran businesses, and competed in rodeos. These cowgirls often showcased their riding and lariat skills in public shows, challenging traditional notions of women's roles and becoming icons of independence. The chuck wagon, invented by Charles Goodnight in 1866, was the heart of the cattle drive. The cook, or cookie, was one of the most respected figures. The wagon carried not only food, but also medical supplies, tools, and mail, providing the cowboys with everything they needed far from civilization. During cattle drives, cowboys lived under harsh field conditions. Ranches like Crowfoot in New Mexico required a collective effort. The living conditions were Spartan, and cowboys had to rely on their comrades and horses. This photo shows typical camp equipment, simple teepee-style tents and a supply wagon. The profession of cooper, or barrel maker, was indispensable in the Wild West. Barrels were used to store and transport everything from flour, salted meat, and water to whiskey and gunpowder. A well-made barrel was vital for preserving supplies, and this craft required specialized skill. Religion played a central role in the lives of the settlers. Since permanent churches were scarce, communal baptisms were held in rivers or streams. These ceremonies, led by traveling preachers, served as an important event, uniting scattered settlements and strengthening their moral spirit.
Teepees, the conical tents, were the ideal dwelling for the nomadic tribes of the Great Plains. They were easy to pitch, dismantle, and transport, allowing tribes to follow the bison herds. Eagle feather headdresses, such as the one worn by the chief, were symbols of honor and high status, earned through battles or special deeds.
Life in the Wild West required not only courage, but also exhausting physical labor, often involving the entire family. Farmers and miners worked vast tracts of land and ore almost single-handedly. Due to the lack of mechanization, every stage, from planting to harvesting or crushing rock, was a collective and arduous task that lasted from dawn till dusk.
The development of the Wild West is inextricably linked to construction. Railroads, bridges, and mines required heavy labor and often attracted immigrants. Structures in hard-to-reach places like the wooden bridge shown here were critically important for transporting materials and establishing links between new settlements. This porch card game scene is a classic motif of the Wild West. Card games, such as poker or faro, were the main form of entertainment, but often led to conflict in saloons and frontier outposts. The tension, pipes, and simple attire reflect the harsh and sometimes monotonous daily life of the settlers.
This photo captures a typical Wild West saloon interior. The back wall is decorated with hunting trophies, deer antlers, and hides, showcasing the hunting lifestyle and symbolizing masculinity. These establishments served not just as bars, but also as centers of social and political life, as well as venues for gambling and making deals. This photograph shows a mine entrance surrounded by miners, highlighting the impact of the gold rush on the West. The hard and dangerous work of the miners was the cornerstone of the region's economic growth. The establishment of such camps led to the rapid formation of temporary and booming frontier settlements. The photograph shows a group of settlers outside their long log cabin or roadhouse. This communal building, featuring a sod roof, symbolizes the early need for shared shelter on the frontier. The presence of women, children, and horses demonstrates that settling the Wild West was not solely a male enterprise, but a family migration.
This group photo captures oil workers posing against heavy industrial machinery and oil derricks. The discovery of oil in Texas, Oklahoma, and other western states in the late 19th and early 20th centuries fueled oil booms. This dirty and strenuous labor attracted a new type of working class to the Wild West, transforming the region's economy.
This woman and child stand before a sturdy farmhouse, constructed from both logs and siding. Such dwellings, often built incrementally, symbolize permanence and success on the land acquired through the Homestead Act. The presence of women and children highlights their central role in establishing permanent farmsteads despite the harsh frontier conditions.
This building, housing a blacksmith shop, represents a crucial element of any frontier town. The smith was an indispensable craftsman who forged horseshoes and repaired tools and weapons. His labor was vital for survival, making his workshop the center for technical support for cowboys, farmers, and caravans.
This leaning structure symbolizes a ghost town, abandoned after gold or other resources were exhausted. Settlements like Bodie in California rapidly appeared during booms and just as quickly declined. The crumbling facades and empty windows serve as a silent reminder of the ephemeral nature of frontier fortune. This shot from inside the smuggler mine in Aspen, 1890s, showcases the intricate timbering system used to prevent cave-ins. Miners, often working in cramped and dangerous conditions, extracted ore to fuel the silver boom in Colorado. The photo is a clear testament to the intensity and risk of their daily labor underground. This woman is Annie Oakley, famously known as Little Sure Shot. She became an international celebrity touring with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. Oakley was incredibly skilled. She could split the thin edge of a playing card or shoot a cigarette from her husband's lips at 30 paces. She used her skills to promote self-defense among women. This photograph shows Commodore Perry Owens, a famous lawman and gunfighter of the Arizona Territory. His long hair and wide sombrero created a distinctive look, matching the romanticized West. Owens gained notoriety as sheriff of Apache County, where he was involved in the famous Holbrook shootout, symbolizing the fierce struggle for law and order on the frontier.
This rare 1905 photograph captures Sioux, or Lakota chiefs, wearing ceremonial eagle feather headdresses known as war bonnets. The picture was taken during a period when the lifestyle of the Plains Indians was already significantly altered, yet their dignity and traditions, symbolized by these regalia, remain steadfast.
This classic late 19th century photograph shows authentic cowboys on the Great Plains, likely during a cattle drive. Their rugged look, wide-brimmed hats, and horses embody the hard work and isolation of frontier life, where faithful companions included both animals and weapons. This famous picture shows William Frederick Cody, known as Buffalo Bill. He transformed the harsh reality of a scout and hunter into show business, creating his renowned Wild West show. His iconic look, the wide-brimmed hat, fringe, and long mustache became the embodiment of the American frontier. This early 20th century photo features the mining queen, Captain Jack, a woman famous in the gold camps of Colorado. Her image with a pickaxe, and likely a firearm, symbolizes women's participation in the harsh frontier life and their role in the gold rush, defying conventional norms.
In this picture from the 1880s, Cowboy Fred Kiefer embodies the style of the Shepherd Rangers. He wears the famous hairy chaps, but is also known as the former sheriff of Eagle Rock, now Idaho Falls. His image connects the work of a cattle farmer and service to the law on the frontier. This 1904 stereoscopic photo captures the great Apache warrior Geronimo, shooting an arrow at the St. Louis World's Fair. Taken while he was imprisoned, the image shows how Wild West legends, both cowboys and chiefs, were transformed into a stage spectacle. This historical photograph illustrates the grueling labor in the goldfields. Men are washing ore in wooden sluices, using water pressure to separate the valuable metal. This hard work and the promise of wealth were the driving force behind the gold rush and the rapid settlement of the West. Settlers on the American frontier lived in simple log cabins built by their own hands. Life was filled with hard work. Women managed the household, while men farmed the land. Families like these formed the backbone of the westward expansion. Did you know that some of the most important workers in a lumber camp were the cooks? Along with the assistant cooks, or cookies, they provided the food necessary for lumberjacks to do their jobs. Lumber Camp Dining Room, Brill, WIK 1890. This authentic 1890s bunkhouse interior offers a historical glimpse into the harsh life of working men, likely cowboys or loggers. The simple log construction and potbelly stove were typical of frontier living. Note the scarcity of personal items and supplies, reflecting the focus on survival and grueling labor in remote camps of the late Wild West era. This 1897 image shows prospectors on the perilous trail to the Klondike Gold Rush. Heavily burdened with mandatory year-long supplies, the men stand amidst harsh, logged terrain. It visually captures the immense physical challenges and bureaucratic requirements faced by thousands seeking fortune in the remote Yukon wilderness. This 1904 photo from Wyoming highlights the central role of firearms on a frontier ranch. The rack displays multiple rifles, likely lever-action models, and ammunition belts, essential tools for livestock protection, hunting, and defense. The Deer Mount and Cooper Livestock Co. sign firmly place this image in the context of early 20th century American ranching life.
This late 19th to early 20th century photograph shows a hunter or trapper against the backdrop of a covered wagon. His rifle and the game pelt in his hand symbolize the critical role of hunting for survival on the frontier. The wagon, serving as both home and transport, emphasizes the rugged, nomadic lifestyle.
Phoebe Ann Mosey, known as Annie Oakley, is a famous shooter and performer in the Buffalo Bill Show. She became a legend in the Wild West, a well-aimed shot, confidence, and strength in the form of a woman who changed history.
Three mounted figures on the horizon embody the myth of the Wild West's freedom and solitude. The cowboy is an iconic symbol, herding cattle for centuries, blazing trails, and embodying the spirit of independence. They remain legendary guardians of the American frontier in history.